Hello my friends, welcome to my kitchen, which is actually where I work out a lot. The kitchen sink is just about the height of a ballet bar, and it's really, of course, firmly mounted into the wall. And so one of my cousins is a physical therapist, and she mentioned to me that she had had great lower back results with the Pure Barre workout. And I had to smile to myself when I was looking at some videos about Pure Barre, because I thought, well, I guess I've been doing Pure Kitchen Sink for quite a while now. I used to actually have a freestanding ballet bar in my house back in the day, and those are great, but what I like about the sink is that, it's mounted and firm. And so one of the things that I like to do in here in the mornings is just a lot of holds. I do a lot of holds. And right now, since I'm working on this back injury, I've been avoiding working in turnout, meaning keeping my hips square to the front rather than turning them out too much. So a lot of the holds that I'm doing, I'm just trying to focus on keeping really straight and aligned and keeping my spine elongated and pulled up. And so the kitchen sink has become a very handy place for me to do that because it gives me some balance, something to hold on to. If you're working a ballet bar, you're always trying to keep your hand just very lightly on the bar, just to sort of give you a little bit of extra balance. That's great. But for the kitchen sink, you could grab that sucker and hang on for dear life if you need to. But what I do while I'm making coffee, or if I'm making tea, or coming up on a break, is I'll just come in here and just stand on the sink and go up into, releve, on my balls of my feet. I tend to work out barefoot because that's how I grew up in a gym. If you like to wear shoes, to give your bottoms of your feet a little extra padding, by all means do that. You could really do a full ballet bar workout on your sink and you can hang on it and use it to stretch your back like that. Oh my God, that feels so good, you guys. You know how you lay over the back of a yoga ball and kind of arch your back a little bit? Well, you can do this same thing on a sink in between your sides that you're working. So I no longer count. One of my new things to not put pressure on myself to be a competitive gymnast in my 50s, it sounds so hilarious, I know, is that I don't count reps. I just do them until I feel like stopping. And it makes me forget about trying to put numbers on myself or trying to meet some past goal. And what I notice is that a lot of times I might do more reps than I would otherwise. Or I'll listen to a song and then I'll do, reps till the end of the verse. Or sometimes I watch TV and I'll do reps till the end of the verse. So the other thing you can do on your sink, is like balancing moves. I like to stretch my arabesque. I don't have a lot of arabesque flexibility yet, but I'm working on regaining some of that and trying to keep everything squared up. I think that good form is way more important than how far you go. So I'm trying to work on pulling my stomach up, which is still a little hard for me, keeping my hips squared in, and come up on your toe. And I like to try to move around. One of the things that I find in getting a good slow burn workout is instead of just going to a position, go to a position, move through it to another position, hold that new position, find another position, and it can really be anything that you decide it's going to be. I normally sort of have my arms kind of ballet arms just because that's the way I'm used to working out, but you don't need to do that certainly. And you can just have your arms hanging at your side or wherever you want them, or on your hip. But I will say this, ballet arms are kind of a slow burn on your arms. Like, this is a very strong position to have your arm in. So even though here, I'm working my legs and my holds and just focusing on squeezing, tightening my stomach and squeezing everything from the waist down. If I do all my holds and my leg raises and lifts with my arm extended, you do that for about 20-30 minutes. It's a position where we don't often hold our arms, and it'll start to get to be a slow burn on your arms. You can tell I've just been talking and I'm starting to breathe a little bit. And most of it's because I'm, well, out of shape, but a lot of it's because my arm is adding just a little bit to that workout. The other things I sometimes do is, I'll just practice my ballet arms, but I'll get like a little 1 pound weight and work my arms out with just a very light weight. Again, it's a really slow burning. I sort of like it at my age because I'm not necessarily trying to bulk up. I'm really just trying to regain some muscle integrity, I guess, and some strength and balance. Strength, balance, and grace are really my goals at this point. One last thing I'll show you in our pure sync morning is the good old-fashioned plie. I never really had a lot of use for ballet when I was doing gymnastics. I wasn't really actually the most graceful gymnast, maybe semi-elegant, but I wasn't dancing. And when I went to college, I started trying out for musicals, and I got the lead in a musical, Brave, and I had to do partner dancing with a guy who had quite a lot of ballet. It was pretty awesome. His name was Quinn Arellano. So Quinn, wherever you are, I hope you're still dancing. But we had to do some ballet style lifts, and the choreographer was a woman named Celicia Suri, who was a retired professional ballerina. She was 50. She could kick our butts and work out. And I started to see what years of ballet bar work had done for her legs and stamina, and really her ability. She was demonstrating to us the kind of lifts she wanted us to do, that sort of ability of a ballerina to spring into a position and hold that position. So I suddenly realized what all those hours on the bar were doing for them. And one of the things I started doing a lot of is just basic demi-plies. You can do them with your legs painted. Here, I'll do it this way. Well, okay, I'll do it this way first. You can do it with your toes just together, pointed forward, or you can do it in just a loose ballet first, or however far out you can go, or you can do it in ballet second. But plie is just demi-plie, half plie. It's just a very controlled knee bend down and up, trying to keep your stomach tight and your hips turned under, everything pulled up. So you can do that movement and just have your body be relaxed, and it doesn't feel like much, and it's not much. The trick to doing a good plie, I think, is as you're trying to bend your knees down, you're using a little bit of resistance. So it's like your knees are pulling down, your thighs are pulling forward, but you're almost trying to resist that action and have everything else pull upward. So now when I'm doing my demi-plie, my thigh muscles are super tight. And when I come back up, I'm still continuing that push and pull against myself. My knees go down, pull against my hips and the rest of my body, and then come up that same thing. I guarantee you, your high knee and your thighs will feel it if you just do a lot of plies and really focus on not trying to tighten, but trying to operate in the opposite direction that your body's going. So everything in your body wants to go up, and your knees and your thighs want to go down. I don't do grand plies. I don't go all the way down because my knees don't bend that far comfortably, and I don't want to hurt them. But if you want to go all the way down, you can do that, and that is also excellent workout and killer for you. So a lot of times what I'll do when I'm doing my movements and holds is I'll just hold this elevated toe position for a long time, what feels like a long time, and then I'll come back down to a little demi-plie, and then I'll find things to do with my legs. Not really trying to be a ballerina here, but just using some of that movement principle to help myself start to regain muscle strength and integrity. I think for me, since I did do both gymnastics and dance, I kind of, you know, hybrid mix everything in together sort of naturally. And so my workout doesn't look like any one discipline. And I don't think it needs to. I think that it's more just a matter of finding ways that you can move that feel strong to you and not like you're bending in a direction that's hurting your joints. And just keep this slow, controlled movement going. It's a really slow burn. You can do it as high as you can go. This is actually my unflexible side. I'm getting a little better with my standing splits. I don't know what you call this. All the yoga people have really cool names for stuff. Gymnastics kind of has boring names for stuff, but okay. And I've kept this one leg going for a while. Yay! All right, have a good day. Oh, I wanted to say thank you for all the amazing good wishes about my back. You guys are awesome. I totally appreciate it, and I'll keep you posted. Bye.